Yes, we're back. We're back again in Train Sim. We're back again to carry on a journey that we started yesterday in stream last week on YouTube, which is making our way down the UK. Hi Trent, Larwood, Spasimo, Sam and Len. Yes, in the previous week's video, or yesterday watching this live, we started our trek down the UK, where we started up here in Dundee and made our way down to Edinburgh. Today we're going to do Edinburgh down as far as York, so a bit of a trek down here, so down to York, and that then leaves getting in the next video will be York to Leeds, and then we've got to skip this bit because it doesn't exist, and then we'll do Sheffield to Derby, and then I've got no idea how we're going to get from Derby to Bristol, so that's going to be interesting for 2 days time, or 2 weeks time if you're watching this on YouTube. If you are watching this on YouTube, welcome indeed. Trains going out on the channel every single Wednesday, something from OMSI on a Monday, Fernbus on a Friday, every other Saturday is flight, the opposite Saturday is tourist bus, with some stuff chucked out there on random Sunday from time to time as well. So if you do enjoy a bit of Train Sim, do hit subscribe and ring-a-ding-ding the bell. You'll let me know the braking distance of this train. It's fine, it's not my first time in a HST, so it's summer, which we just changed. It is still dark, though, because it's Scotland. And we're in a HST, but not the Valenta engined version of the HST. That's a thing. And, yes, all the way down. So, we're going from Edinburgh as far as York, calling up Berwick upon Tweed, Newcastle, Darlington and York. So, not very many stops. But, as you can see, it's a 2.5 hour scenario. So, a nice, long, leisurely cruise in a HST. What is better than that? CJ, good afternoon. And hi, old man. So yes, so we will carry on this journey until we get to Penzance. It's going to be a thing. Bits of it I still don't know how I'm going to do, but you know, we'll worry about that one day at a time. I didn't. So it'll take a little while to load in, because it's quite a big route. But yes, so yeah, for those of you on YouTube, I know a couple of weeks before this we did this same route in a HST. So we are doing it again, technically, but we are also now going on to York. A mile on emergency braking. Well, I generally stop really early anyway. Thanks for the host, Brooklyn. So we're skipping through Newcastle this time, which is probably, well, we are stopping, but we'll get out of there as quickly as we can and make our way down to York, where next time, to say, we will do York to Leeds, and then we'll have to get a bus service from Leeds to Sheffield, and then we'll do Sheffield to Derby. No, this isn't the Valenta engine. That's why it sounds different. I will say it doesn't sound as good as the Valenta engine version, but you know, it's a thing. And I think I'm in the Armstrong Powerhouse version. I never can tell. We'll see when we load in. Which hopefully is not too much longer now, because, you know, loading sim. Welcome, driver, to the second shift of 1 Echo 03. You'll be operating 43320 as far as York, from where the final driver takes this non-stop to London King's Cross. Open the doors and prepare to depart at 0626. Okay, I just reset my track IR. There we go. So it's properly dark, but we'll open the doors. I did try and change it to summer, but didn't seem to do anything. Oh, what was the thing I've got to turn on, Larwood? Is it Control and P? Control and P. Okay. Let's turn that off. I'm going to hijack more trains. Don't know. And how'd you turn the cab light on? You see, I'm really good at train sim, aren't I? Because it's properly dark in here. L. Oh, there we go. That's better. We can see. We have the viewing thing. There we go. At least we can see. Well, it will get light, hopefully, on the journey. Passengers boarding. Yeah, it was a winter scenario, but I changed it to summer, hoping it'd be light, but then realised Scotland, 6:30 in the morning in the summer. Probably is still dark. LNER. Right, Berwick upon Tweed, platform 1, 57 miles. Why is that light on? That can't be a good thing. That is properly dark.
Oh, yeah.
Mitch, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, I can hardly see the track out the window. Let's hope it does get light. I can't see a thing. We need headlights. Well, they're on. We're now in a tunnel, so that's making things worse. Well, at least you've got the light inside the thing. Wow, why did I have to pick a dark scenario? Announcement. There isn't any. I suppose it doesn't sound bad. It's not as nice as Valenta. Oh, there's outside again. There is some sort of light on the horizon. Right, so our stops then. Berwick upon Tweed, Newcastle, Darlington, and then finally York. Oh, 70, typical. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be lighter than this. Yeah, I never know what version I'm in. This is an AP version, I think. Personally, I think it sounds worse than the other version, but you know. Right, 85 limit. So a bit of a trek down to Berwick. Last time we did this route, there's a few stops on the way. Yeah, this is the MTU. Darkness persists. It's pretty dark. It will get light, so I've got the cab light on. You can sort of see things. It's supposed to be summer, but summer in Scotland. Well, it said summer. 7 o'clock in the morning, Edinburgh. I'd have thought it'd be light. We'll get there. It's a shame it wasn't a daylight scenario, but oh well. Oh yeah, these are awesome trains. Hi Luke, doing okay, thank you. Well, it is supposed to be the further north you go. Yeah. So it doesn't get dark much. But so I think the scenario is slightly broken as far as time. Why have we got a 15 limit? What the hell's going on? Hey, that went from 15... From 95 to 15 to 95. How the hell is anyone supposed to cope with that? That's obviously what I got done earlier for speeding. It's quite scary being a train driver at night. Or 125 section. I quite like the little shake you get as it spools down. That's quite nice. Right, a 125 coming up. Probably not for long. I do hope it's not going to be dark for the whole journey. Why have we gone to 15 again? I'm sorry, I'm not doing 15. That's ridiculous. Turn that down slightly. No, can't see a thing out there. I'll stay with the inside view then until it gets light. At least I can sort of see the lights now. So yes, this trip we're making our way as far as York from Edinburgh. Yesterday we did Dundee to Edinburgh, and then tomorrow we're going to do York to Sheffield. No, York to Leeds, and then Sheffield to Derby, because the bit between Sheffield and Derby, no, bit between Leeds and Sheffield doesn't exist yet, so we can't do it. And I've got no idea how I'm going to get from Derby to Birmingham on Thursday. Oh great, just as we start building up speed then towards 125 rather, we get 110 section. That we can't see anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Finley, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, slow it down for 110. Oh, okay. It's not so important because it's on... it's not a career scenario, so it's fine. Yeah, it's a shame it just wasn't lighter, so I changed it to summer. It didn't make any difference at all. It might get light. No, I'm not going to crash. you'd have to edit the whole scenario because obviously we're due in at certain places at certain times. But I changed the season, which it did say at the beginning it was now summer, but it didn't seem to have done anything to the lightiness. I've never used GeForce Experience. I haven't even got it installed, so don't bother. You can go via Doncaster, but I can't get from York to Doncaster. Can I? Yeah, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get from Dundee all the way down to Penzance. That's the plan. I know I can get from Bristol to Penzance. That's easy. I haven't got anything, basically. I've got Sheffield to Derby, so that's fine. And then it's getting from York to Sheffield is the thing. And then Derby to Birmingham, apparently that's a pain. And then Birmingham to Bristol should be relatively easy. So it's York to... so you reckon I can do York to Doncaster and then there's Doncaster to Sheffield? Oh, 105. Yeah, I was paying attention, honest. I don't take an unsuitable train on the next route. It depends what the scenarios there are. I'd love to do something unsuitable. I got excited when I was looking this morning because I saw a pacer. But obviously this sort of distance, you need something with these sorts of speeds, really. I'm sure we'll end up in something slower further down the line. York to Doncaster, Sheffield, Birmingham to Bristol is the cross-country route. I'll get my mate Larwood on the case. Do I want to go to Train Museum in York still? Abso-flippin-lutely. As soon as we can get back to some sort of normality. We were supposed to go there this year, it didn't happen. See, I'd love to get up there. Well, the plan was in sort of one weekend to try and ride a HST at some point, a pacer, because I've never been on a pacer, and go to York Railway Museum. It was amazing and too big. There's no such thing as too big with a museum. Although I went to the Science Museum a few years ago. That's a lot to do in a day. And hi Jack. There's a scenario, Scarborough to St Pancras takes you York to Doncaster. Okay, well, we'll have to have a look then to see if by tomorrow we can sort leaving York. Yeah, it depends on what interest you've got, Mole Man. Yeah, I'd love to go to Duxford. I'll be going to Cosford in October. On the Saturday. Oh, I wish this was lighter so I could see. Can sort of see something in the distance now. It's not completely dark. Yeah, that's where we're going to... Well, we need to confirm the meet-up. I think originally I've said we're going to meet at Birmingham International, but it might be easier to meet at New Street. because most people will come into New Street. And then we'll just get a train from New Street to Cosford. And then back to New Street. Oh yeah, I'm slightly speeding. Providing Cosford's open by October, which it should be, I would have thought. That was quite a bit of the speeding there. Yeah, because you have to change at New Street and get the train out. I haven't seen a single train come the other way yet. Take the cross-country Glasgow to Penzance train to New Street. That takes about 4 or 5 hours. Well, it's going to take me a couple of hours to get from here. Most people are travelling. Right, 110 coming up. Is it me or is that getting lighter? It could be. Yeah, I think New Street's probably a better place to meet, Dylan, because everyone that's coming by train will be coming into New Street anyway, rather than going to Birmingham International. And then we just all hop on the train at New Street and go to Cosford. Simple. Yeah, if you're wondering when you're watching this on YouTube what we're talking about, we're doing a Sims and Stuff meetup in October, where we're going to Cosford and then staying in Coventry. Where's Pina? Probably out for his walk, or he's still banned. Or he's off sulking somewhere. Alright, 31 miles to Berwick, where hopefully we see daylight. I wonder where Not Jaffa is. Does the sun live in Berwick? Yeah, it stays there. It's its winter holiday home. Or this is supposed to be summer, which is really bizarre. I think there is something broken with the scenario regarding time. Where's Noz? Working, probably. Which is what I'll be doing this time next week. Back to work. Oh crap, 85. Oh God, it's here. At least we can sort of see something outside now. I do like the fact we can hear that little shake in the background when it's accelerating. You're annoying us everywhere, Pina. Why are there no next of kin cards in Train Sim? Because it's rare that I crash. Firm bus, tourist bus and flight. Yeah, they're needed. Alright, so back to a 105. Then a 125. I crashed on the route to Western Super. Yeah, well, that was a minor thing. Exactly. There's less chance of me crashing into another thing if the signalling's working properly. Hi, Michael. Oh, it's definitely. This is just such a relaxing sim. I don't mind train sim, but I like to be in the action. You'd be surprised, Peanut. I know you've got a very low boredom threshold, but for me, it's the relaxation of this and the variety of trains, although we seem to have driven the HST a lot recently. So hopefully this will be the last time that we're in a... Oh, that's the thing. The last time that we're in a HST for the rest of this journey. You find the lights good? Well, this is the Armstrong version. I don't mind the cab lighting, actually. It's quite nice. I've still got used to the engine noise. How long will this route take? About another 2 hours. Oh, I can see, actually. So we're due into our final stop at 8:54 game time. So another 2 hours and 6 minutes. Well, it's fine, Pina. It's not for everybody. Speed limits. Oh, crap. I wasn't looking down there. I was getting myself comfy. No, straight to Berwick. It is one of those games, Dylan, that you either get it and you love it and you get hooked, or you just don't see the appeal. What's my favourite train in Train Sim? Difficult one. I really like that Class 47 that we drove, but the Pacer for me. I just absolutely love that thing. Spent 8 hours in it doing the Paddington to Penzance. Is it me or is it getting darker? And it's really cool. Well, flight's the opposite, Pina. Flight, when you're in the cruise in a jet, you're doing nothing. You pretty much take off, put the autopilot on and do nothing until you are lined up with the runway. So you're doing more in this because you've got to keep your eye out for speeds that I'm not doing. Which trains had full beam lights? Oh, God. There's an 85 coming up at the top of the hill. And then we got a 70. Do nothing. We've had this conversation before. We have. But I'm saying as far as, at least in this, unless you're in an Airbus, obviously you've got more to do, sort of. But in this, at least you have got stuff to do when you're in a long journey. You've got stuff you should be checking and checklists. I get that in flight. But Pina was just saying he liked flight because there's more to do. Well, there isn't when you're in the cruise. There is as far as getting the plane set up. You need an AWS for flight sim. Yeah, something to keep you alert every minute. Right, 70. No, I wish there was a multiplayer train. I can't see a flipping thing. What livery am I using? LNER. Yeah, just smile and nod. Burgers and chips for lunch today. Very nice. I skipped lunch because I'm here. I'm gonna have some fish for my tea. My head is working today. Well, obviously not. Well, unfortunately, Michael, there's a lot of that out there. Sure you'll find something else. Oh, yeah, it's picnic day. Okay, still haven't seen another train. Hi, Chris. Not that we could have... Oh, we probably heard it, wouldn't we? It is early in the morning. Well, 6:54. You'd think between Berwick and Edinburgh there'd be something going north. It's probably all 91s coming the other way. Ah, so I can't see them. I've done a setup wrong. No, it's because I didn't have all the assets for the route. So it's a shame it's not lighter. Can he see a thing? That outside lighting is terrible. I said this earlier. I think the scenario is broken. I changed it to summer, which summer in Scotland, it never gets, you know, fully dark. At 6:30 in the morning on a summer's day, it should be broad daylight, as it is here. But it's not. So I think, regardless of me changing it, it just kept it as winter. It's also cloudy. It wouldn't help this much, surely. Well, you can have a daylight scenario, I didn't realise I loaded it in, it was going to be dark. Otherwise, if I'd been doing this for YouTube, I wouldn't have done it. But it's the only scenario we had to get us down to York. Oh, you can see something, but just not very much. And hopefully it will get lighter by the time we progress on. Although when we did the one before, it didn't get that much darker. We shall carry on. We will get there. As we can see in the cab. You just enjoyed the trip. Yeah, I do like to see something out the front. Your favourite line is Paddington to Reading. It's a bit of a line. How's the family? It could be better. So 95 coming up. I'm just convinced it's getting darker because I'm really struggling to see anything. Sure, not getting sleepy. It could be a bit of that actually. Getting very sleepy. The engine noise is quite dull. It's nowhere near as good as a Valenta. Love ETS2 torn. Okay. Alright, an 80 coming up down here. We're only 9 miles now, which is under 10 miles from Berwick, our first stop. I can see the trees, I just can't see where the track's going. That sounds quite good. Right, an 80 and then up to a 95. So yeah, if you've just joined, if I can drag it in, there we go. This is what we're doing. The previous video on YouTube anyway, and previous stream, we started up here in Dundee and made our way down to Edinburgh. Now we're doing Edinburgh down to York. Tomorrow then we may end up trying to get across to Sheffield, if we can, and then go down to Derby, to Birmingham, and the eventual destination is all the way down here in Penzance. So that's what we're going to try and do over the next streams / weeks on YouTube, is get from Dundee to Penzance, and then at such a time in the future when we can get further north, we'll come back and maybe go up the west coast and go back up to Aberdeen again. So this trip is we started at Edinburgh. So we're going Berwick, Newcastle, Darlington, and finally York. Hi, Jaffa.
Oh, yeah.
Setter, thanks so much for the follow. So yeah, so we'll be streaming this again tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday. We will continue with train sim. See how far we can get by Saturday. It may be that one of the days, possibly even tomorrow, I might even do a double train sim if we can. Yes, that's what we were in yesterday, Michael. We did the Voyager, which it would have ended up in Penzance, so we did it from Dundee to Edinburgh, but I want to use a variety of trains. Looking quite nice out there. We are getting a bit of scenery now. And because we're not sticking to the exact route that it goes, yeah, mix it up a bit. I want to use a different train for each leg. So tomorrow will be something else. I can actually make out the livery now. Yeah. So I want to see if we can get all the way down to Penzance without using the same train twice. So we've done Voyager, now HST. No idea what tomorrow's is going to be. Larwood's my train/route advisor. Right, we've got 3 miles to go. The dirty diesel. Well, I'd like to keep it diesel all the way down. That would be quite cool. But I don't know how easy that's going to be. There's got to be some DMU action somewhere. So it'll be interesting to see how far we can get by Saturday, because from next week I'm returning to work. So currently planning on streaming Train Sim every Wednesday night going forward, until all of us get back to some sort of normality. So the next couple of months I'm still going to stream every night of the week apart from Sunday. So for this week, there might be some double train sim tomorrow. I'll see what I can do. It'd be cool if we can get down to Penzance by Saturday. How's Psycho? Fine. Right, 75 coming up down here. And in we come to Berwick. Where I think it is just about starting to get light. So I'm starting to make things out now. Psycho Steve. Oh, that's useful. Wow, that is good service. That's cool. They come to you. That's really impressive. Good. You've only got to last a few days then with the old one. Please don't swear in stream. Did I swear? I said work. Oh, I panicked then for a second. Alright, in we come. First stop. Then we can actually see the train now. Look. There it is. That's what we've been driving. Yeah, well, I'm really glad to get back to work next week. As much as I do enjoy these streams, it don't pay the bills. Oh, we've got some floating stuff going on here. That's a thing. Yeah, I think the platform's missing. Oh, no, it's not. Platform's not. Platform's there. Some assets missing. Swear is a work word. Yeah, very good. So stop one done. Not got any lighter really. I don't think it has. Yeah, it sounds nice. It just doesn't sound as nice as the awesome Balenta engines. Didn't even realise they came in different varieties. HSTs. I thought they were all one engine. How wrong was I? So yeah, so if you just joined, this is what we're doing. The previous stream / video on YouTube, we started up here in Dundee and made our way down to Edinburgh. Now we're doing Edinburgh to York. Tomorrow somehow we'll possibly get across to Sheffield then, it seems. And then Sheffield to Derby. Derby somehow will magically appear around Birmingham. Don't know how. And then Birmingham to Bristol. And then Bristol probably down to Plymouth. And then the final run then will be Plymouth to Penzance. So what's that? It's going to be 1, 2, 3... 4, possibly another 5, which we might fit it in then. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a double day somewhere. We might get it done by Saturday. Do the points carry over to another meetup? No. Your hometown isn't on the map. Hey ho. Mine is. Right, so we wait to depart Berwick with Newcastle being the next stop. Give people a lot of time to get out of here at Berwick, don't they? Oh, they can just about get off that carriage. That's not bad going. The hell sort of view is that? Okay, the door's open. I confused me a second. I was thinking, what? Hey, the door's open, isn't it? I was like, what? So we're hanging out the train. All right, need time to go. Newcastle platform 3. Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. Carbonara with chorizo. Oh, that sounds nice. Oh, it's a river. Yeah, I'm having cod chips and mushy peas for my tea tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. 67 miles to Newcastle with no view outside. No, it's getting a little bit lighter. I can sort of see the bridge now. I can see houses over here. So it's getting lighter. Just had that for lunch. Nice. Yeah, I didn't have lunch because I was sat here. I had a sausage sandwich for breakfast though. That was very nice. Alright, 90 limit. Then 100 limit. As we speed our way towards Penaland. Really like the fact it just builds up the speed. You don't want to be able to see Newcastle. That's a good point, actually. Your carer cooked it and brought it to me whilst watching the stream. Oh, lovely. Yeah, so 110, 115, then 125. The acceleration of the Azuma is too quick. Well, people want to get places faster, don't they? So they've got to get to line speed as quick as they can. Yeah, definitely able to see a bit more out there now. I would like to go to Newcastle, not because Pena's there, but it's supposed to be quite nice around the centre. Not somewhere I'd probably want to go for more than a couple of hours. Why is there no interior view on the Class 43? I don't know, it's just got that one hanging out the window. Well, he's not actually in Newcastle, he's just south of Newcastle. Alright, so that's 100 mile an hour. Oh, yeah, I went to Liverpool last year. Went to the saw the Liver building, went and saw where the Good Morning Britain, where it was filmed, where they had the weatherman on the map in the middle of the harbour thing. And yeah, the accents, wow. Yeah, Dylan, that's why I'm back at work on Monday, because most of our sites are starting up again. So I'm going to be busy. What station's next? Newcastle. Yeah, the Albert Dock. Yeah, I had to walk round there because the person I was with wanted to see where the TV show was filmed. So I did Swindon to Shrewsbury, Shrewsbury to Liverpool, Liverpool to Nottingham, and then stayed overnight in Nottingham, met up with some of the others from the group, and then went to the convoy in the park at Darlington. Right, so we've got a 115 coming up, which is handy because we've only just reached 112. So I'd like to go around the centre of Newcastle, but it's not somewhere I want to go, you know, for a weekend or anything. Well, you're only 70 miles east of me, so it's not too far away. Right, 125 now. So give it the beans again. Where am I from? Swindon. I'm a Swindonian. You'll just stick to Birmingham for your city exploration. Yeah, that's changed. I haven't been to Birmingham city centre for years. I used to get dragged in every single weekend. No, they're all stopped up here now, which is a shame because I used to hear them from the station. I travelled on a lot of them when I was younger, either up and down to London or down to Bristol. Oh, Worcester's lovely. I worked for a company that had a shop in Worcester, right opposite the girls' school in the centre, and Worcester's really nice. So we're starting to see stuff now. You've been to Gloucester twice. Yeah, firm I worked at last year, head office was in Gloucester. I worked in Gloucester for a year. Around by the docks is nice. Yeah, we're definitely able to see a bit more now. It's getting lighter. As a ballet dancer, yeah, that's right, to ballet school. So just about creeping up towards, well, 122, we're going uphill now. Gloucester's known for its raving ballet scene. It is. One, two, three. Awesome, that'll make a difference. So that'll give you 32 now, Jaffa. Will your motherboard cope with it? Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen a single other train. All reds going that way. Yeah, you've got to be careful though, Dylan. You'll need bigger power supply, and the problem you're going to have now. Did I pass a train? Probably going to have now is you're going to max out your processor. I can't remember seeing a train. That's the problem I had, Dylan, with my streaming PC. That I whacked the graphics card in there, but I hit the limit of the processor. It's not an issue with the game, it's the scenario. I haven't got all the assets the scenario requires because I haven't got the AP Class 91. So it might be that if they're running the other way, then I just wouldn't see them. It's too dark. It is quite dark. I wish it was lighter, but there you go. I have to make sure all the rest of the scenarios we do are in the daytime. I'm keeping my eye out now for trains. Oh, your processor will be fine with the graphics card. It's not the problem, but the problem is now, the next thing you're going to hit the limit on, as far as power and pushing your PC, is the processor. That's what's going to hold you back from playing better games. It's not the fact that your PC won't handle a better graphics card if you put a new power supply in. That it will. But you want to increase the graphics and everything, and you'll be limited then by the processor. I know I can speed up. Yeah. Oh, that's what I just said. That's what stopped me. That's what made me switch. You know, I could have put a 1080 in my streaming PC and up the power supply, but it was an i5. And that was the bit that was stopping me. No, I haven't tried the Licky incline. Spent a lot of time in the Licky Hills when I was in my teens. I won't say what I was doing. Well, no, I'm not going to go there. Let's go on YouTube. Probably Dylan's favourite hobby. Exactly, yeah. Say no more, say no more. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Yeah, definitely seeing a bit more now. So it is getting lighter. I am going to try and keep my eye. If anybody spots a train coming the other way, let me know. Just in case I miss it. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, 110 coming up. It's not really a worry, is it? We're doing 107. And we're going uphill. Yay. The Morpeth curve will be long. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Chaos. Well, Jaffa, yesterday you said you're unsubscribing, and if you're unsubscribing, then you can't join the Wreckfest, so we're changing the password. Right, back to a 125. Yeah, that's definitely getting lighter now. Your mouse broke as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Right, Right, 40 miles to go to Newcastle. So yeah, so tomorrow then might try and do some double train sim. I was going to stream some what's this called? Thingy. The thing. That's what I was trying to do. The house flipper thing. I was going to do that tomorrow. But there might be some double train sim. I might do one in the morning and then one at lunchtime, or one early afternoon. Because I've basically got nothing else to do tomorrow apart from mow the lawn. I'm trying to put that off. Anyway, you'll see that in next week's video if you're watching this on YouTube. So each week will be the continuation of this journey, eventually ending up back in Penzance. And then we'll return to some more random trips around the country, which we will carry on. We've got the Kyle of Lochaush line. We've got to do some on that. There's a couple of 3-hour scenarios there. So plenty of stuff still to come. Uh-oh, Jaffa's pushing it, isn't he? Good thing Sam doesn't play Wreckfest. Hi, cool person. I brake way too early. Yeah, I know. I always do. And then I accelerate again. It's a thing that I do. It happens. At least we can see. Which I'm quite actually happy about. Well, we're still 35 miles from Newcastle. Way I? And then Deck Lake? Panic there, thought that was your AWS. Are you playing as well? Yeah, I was going to have a Greggs. I went into town this morning to pay some money into the bank and realised I'd have been there about 2 hours. And I was going to go and do that and then have a Greggs. So I just turned around, I saw the queue at the bank, I turned around and came back out again. Cool person, thanks so much for the host. Oh god, no, we don't have a vegan sausage roll. What's the point? Same route, Newcastle to London, finishing your drive from yesterday. Oh, cool. I had that discussion with my mate, who's, because his missus is vegetarian, he's now becoming vegetarian. Yet they have vegetarian sausages and vegetarian burgers. And vegetarian bacon. But no, you're just replacing, you're having things that look like meat but aren't meat. But, you know, each their own. Okay, so I've not seen one train. Larwood reckons he's seen a train, which might have been in his game, not my game. Sausageless rolls, exactly. Like, if you want to be a vegetarian and eat vegetables, don't try to emulate meat. Sort of goes against what they're preaching. Exactly. Your game's nice and sunny. Sod off. We are getting lighter. That is definitely a thing. We can actually see the track in front of us now. Vegetables have feelings too. Yeah. I don't actually eat much. I don't eat like... I don't even eat much chicken anymore. It's just sausages and bacon I think I could do without, and burgers. I don't eat like joints of meat and stuff like that. Count to 10 would be nice, Sam. It's going on YouTube, remember, Sam. One thing I did say, one thing I did find out rather, is that a mate said that being a vegetarian is slightly more windy than not being a vegetarian, so that's quite amusing. Is Pina breaking the social distancing rules again? Well, who knows? He goes out walking with his mum and they both have headphones on, so they can't talk to each other. His mirror of the game get a lot brighter there. It is brightening up. Hi, Taken. Right, so rattling our way towards Newcastle. Not sure this whole being nice thing is going to work for you. I'm wondering how long it's going to be before you just snap. My wife's vegetarian. Putting the quilt back in the morning. I need a gas mask. Exactly. I didn't choose the MTU engine over Venter engine. That's what this scenario was. I've got used to the sound of it now. So at least we've now gained the ability to see. It's a huge plus. Well, at least we've got no fear of being held up by a light if there's no other trains on the track. Can you do the bird's eye view, please? I'll change the view once I get past this reduction in speed. When you want to see the outside of the train. So that's what we're in. Yeah, sight has been restored. Bird's eye. Oh, very good, Larwood. 105 limit coming up down here. Jaffa's already chucking a dictionary at not Jaffa. So he's definitely a bit of a weirdo, that not Jaffa. He can't spell. I know, he's a fool. I'm sure he must be ginger. I think it's Pina's second account. Oh, that would explain a lot. Right, 105 now, and then 110. And 22 miles to Newcastle. Well, there was spelling issues. He put the wrong version of hi. It's like Pina saying glasses had legs this morning. That was quite amusing. $108. 109. 110. Why can we not stay at 125? Because the speed isn't 125. What graphics setting is my train sim at? Ultra, I think. Or everything on maximum. Oh, we've got 70 coming up down here now. Well, he is a sub, Sam, so... What's so special about it? Sure, it's just a bend, isn't it? Yes, he got gifted a sub last night. Yeah, Mike. Hi, Forza. Thank you very much for the host. So is that it? Just a bend in the track? Well, that's disappointing. Mr. Mike sounds like the guy off Basil Brush. I should look towards the back of the train. Okay. Not stopping at Newcastle this time, though. Going on to York. A train crashed on that curve, killing 5 people. Oh, okay. Right, accelerating our way back to 110. Oh, we're stopping at Newcastle, but that's not where the final destination is. We're stopping at Newcastle, but the final destination is York. Yes, Sam's name change in the Discord went completely over Pina's head, which most things do. Oh, line side view, like that. It's all gone quiet. Right, accelerating our way upwards. So, stops to go then. We've got Newcastle, Darlington, and finally arriving in York, which is still 93 miles away. Oh, I used to love that. It's a pain, obviously, when I travelled a lot on them, that you can never get a seat. But I quite like standing in the middle, having that sort of rocking around. Yeah. Yes, we're stopping at Newcastle, but that's not the final destination. The final destination is York. The last couple of times we've come to Newcastle, that's been the final destination. So we are stopping there, but it's not where we're ending. We're due into our final stop at 8:53, so we've got another hour and 10 minutes yet. Sod off, Jaffa. Well, it wasn't very economical, was it, as a train? It was only ever designed as a stopgap. It was never meant for long-term service. And obviously electrification now, they got rid of them on the Great Western Line when it got electrified. 10 miles to go. Danger, danger. High voltage. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going back to my office on Monday. Get out of these, obviously these same walls in this place pretty much for the last 2 months. Nice to actually chat to some other human beings. Well, that's a horn. Well, it does get lighter still. I do need to take a screenshot. Hashtag thumbnail. Well, I'm not there every... I reckon I'll be doing 2 days a week in the office, so I can cope with that. I'll go in like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Oh, it's ridiculous how close people are. Well, I've been told that if I return to work and I don't feel safe, then I can stay at home. So I'll see what happens Monday. What's my schedule for stream when you get back? What, to work? For as long as I can, I'm going to continue to stream in the evenings. So Monday night will be OMSI, Tuesday night will be Wreckfest, Wednesday night I'm going to do Train Sim, Thursday night will be Flight, Friday night will be Trucking, Saturday night will be something, Sunday afternoon will be Flight. I won't stream on a Sunday night. I'll try and do that for the rest of this month, certainly, and then maybe July, if I can. And then in August, I might revert back to my normal schedule, which was then be sort of Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. There are 3-hour long queues for IKEA. Wow. People wanting a FNAR and a Kleur and a Billy bookcase. The pronunciation scares me. It is. You go around IKEA and it's like all these things have got these, obviously to us, strange names. A fnuff and a kloof and a fliflaw. It's like, oh yeah, I never knew I needed one of those. You've got a delivery coming tomorrow. An Edison, an Alex, and 2 Girtons. Just how desperately do you need a flat pack bookcase that you're going to queue for 3 hours? Like, no. It's Manchester, so they're probably going to go in and try and steal it anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Lee, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, you got 2 Godwins instead of Girtons. Okay. Well, there's no windows, is there, in an IKEA? So you don't know how long you've been in there. There's no clocks, I don't think. And yes, I've slowed down way too early. Food is great. Oh, the food... meatballs are... Oh, I've got some meatballs in the freezer. Sims and FNUF. You can buy them online though, can't you? And that you can get them delivered to you. The meatballs. See, this is the reverse of every other train pretty much in Train Sim. It sounds awesome on the inside and not very awesome on the outside. Because you get that nice engine noise inside. Outside, you can't hear a thing. It's really bizarre. Well, I'm getting used to it now. Yeah, it's a reward for being dragged around IKEA. Thankfully, the closest one to me is Bristol. Fuck on the time, it's all mine, all mine. Feeling alright, Sam? Right, so when we come to Newcastle, which is the furthest we've got since we did the London to Edinburgh, which was, when was that? Was that Christmas? I can't remember when we did that. $8 months ago. Was it really? So that was August bank holiday weekend then, was it? Or was when I was not working back end of last year? Wow. How time flies. Pacer was... No. What? We did... The Pacer was Christmas? Flipping heck. I suppose it was. You may have slightly discombobulated. I did that once. My shorts were too tight. People are odd. Well, as we found out in a Discord server, most of the people in there are. Right, we can finally see things now after an hour and a half. So we were due in there at 7:53. We're only running 2 minutes late. That's not bad, considering, you know, it's me. If you have just joined, or recently joined, then this is what we're doing. I'm going to grab my map's gone. My mouse has gone. There it is. We started off on the previous video, if you're watching this on YouTube, which that's in case you know. Anyway, we started off on the previous stream / video up in Dundee. We did Dundee to Edinburgh. We're now, this time, doing Edinburgh down as far as York. Next time, somehow, I think we're going to get from York to Sheffield. Don't know how that's going to be a thing yet. I know I can do Sheffield to Derby. And then somehow we've got to get from Derby to Birmingham. And then it will be Birmingham to Bristol probably in one hit. Bristol to Plymouth in one hit, and then Plymouth down to Penzance. So the final end of this series of videos / streams is going to be us arriving in Penzance station. So that's going to be a thing. And we're currently all the way up here in Newcastle. So we've still got Darlington to stop at, and then finally York. And that will see the end of this trip. And then if you're watching live, we'll be back tomorrow to do possibly the next 2 legs. Streaming, what's tomorrow? Wednesday. Yeah, I might do something in the morning tomorrow. And then maybe some of this in the afternoon. So it might be 2 train sim streams during the day tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night. Derby to Birmingham is on the Birmingham 2010 route. Bit outdated, but still good. But yeah, it's just a case of getting there. Oh, he's not Jaffa. He's not very nice, is he? That not Jaffa. Right, Darlington then, 35 miles. Right, 20 mile an hour limit as we come out. Can we detour to the Metro Centre? I want to go to Greg's Lake. You can't silence the truth. No, he's just been timed out. I'm going to go and sit on the naughty step. Can we see Pina? He'll have a hard job. He's out on a walk. Let's look that way. Yeah, I would like to go to Newcastle to see all the bridges, obviously. Not that I'm a bridge fan, but that's the famous bridge down there, and there's the new walkie bridge, because they call them walkie bridges. It's the thing. This is not a democracy; it's a communist society, not a self-preservation society. What train you plan to do next? I don't know what tomorrow's train's going to be. I want to try and not repeat trains. Nice one, Sam. So we've done the Voyager. We've done the HST. Well, I'll have to look and see what scenario we can get from York to wherever the hell it was we end up. Doncaster? No, York to somewhere in Sheffield. So we'll see what we do tomorrow. It depends on the scenario. I don't have the Pendolino. A shunter. That'll take a while. Yeah, I don't really want to be buying stuff just to finish this route. These kids never learn. Just walk, no train. What, walk between York and Sheffield? A walking simulator. That, well, I suppose not quite as enjoyable. Look, we got blue sky. Finally, we can see. I can see. Okay, Antwort. Maybe an AP version. Depends on what I've got. Walk from York to Penzance. Lots of exercise. No, I do like a good walk, but a little bit far. How about a sprinter? I do like a sprinter. I'd love to try and see if we can find something with a pacer in there somewhere. But it may have to be just standard scenarios. So, you know, I don't really want to repeat trains. As I said, so tomorrow I'll do a morning stream. And then, so maybe sort of 9 o'clock possibly. So 9 to 11, and then do like 1 till 3. And then do my normal like 6 till 8, 6 till 9. So we'll do 2 lots of trains tomorrow. The last leg from Plymouth to Penzance can be a pacer. Depends how easy it is to do. Yeah, I keep forgetting about speeding up. It's just so relaxing. I just get chilled into the zone. Oh. Thirsty. Right, so 32 miles to Darlington. And then York, which is 76 miles away. Exeter to Newton Abbot could be a pacer. Plenty of those scenarios around. Okay, that's cool. Then it's Newton Abbot down, isn't it? That's the problem. That was a very West Country thirsty, was it? Oh God. That's concerning. I'm not overly West Country. From Swindon, don't you know? So yeah, I'll confirm times. Sky's weird. It's looking very weird, actually. I'll confirm times in the morning, but yeah, I'm thinking 9 AM for the next leg. Come back 1 PM for another leg. And then got nothing planned really for tomorrow night. See what we can sort for tomorrow night. It's like we're going to heaven. I'm going to see my dad. Slightly uphill to 110. We should be fine. Yeah, the sky is definitely weird. Turn the cab light off now. Now I've not seen one other train on this whole route so far, and we've been going what, an hour and 45 minutes. Stream's blurry. No. Hi Andrew. Doing well, thank you. Shouldn't be blurry. It's definitely weird texturing going on with the sky, but it's not blurry. There's a 185. Really? There were 185s in? I didn't see any other train. I must be train blind. Yeah, whether my AP weather pack is affecting the scenario. So that's the whole thing. I can look down like this, look. By 112. Oh, we're going to have to back off the throttle. Yeah, that sky texture is really strange. We've gone from not being able to see and can't wait to look at the view to now I don't really want to look outside. Yeah, it's outside the train as well. I think it's my AP weather pack. I think it's just this scenario is just broken. It's not using AP weather. Well, it's something then, because that looks flipping awful. It was nice when it wasn't light. But we shall crack on. This will be Paddington to Western again, all over again if it crashes. I don't think the scenario is going to crash. I think it's just... It's not so bad if it's cloudy. Bring back the cloud. You want cloud. Right, 75 coming up down here. $75. Yeah, I can see the 80. Oh, that's a building over there. What's that? Some sort of cathedral-y place. That looks really whited out. Oh, it's Durham Cathedral. Oh, there you go. Jaffa, where have you been? Out to do the washing up. Oh, okay. What, for exactly 600 seconds? Yeah. Oh, there's a train. There's a train. I've seen a train. I'm happy now. What was that? That was quite nice. I like that. Was that electric, though? That's the 185. Oh, oh, I like a diesel.
Oh, yeah.
Polyp. Thanks very much for the follow. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what once I work out, well, when I say we, once Larwood lets me know how I can do tomorrow's bit, what the train will be. Okay. I love the fact that when it niggles people that I don't go full throttle. So, me being me, I'll just purposely leave it at... Well, I don't need to now, do I? Because there's 90 limit coming up. Thought the hill might have made us accelerate a bit more than that. I'm actually really enjoying that noise from the engine. Not enjoying the sky, but I'm enjoying the noise from the engine. Another train. Ding. Alright, 100. 18 miles to go to Darlington. I know I was speeding there, like 2 miles an hour. There we go. Going up to 120. What a great scenario. It doesn't feel like I've been sat here for 2 hours. So Darlington in 16 miles, and then it'll be York. Oh, a view from Dylan's point of view. Yeah, never been to York, so looking forward to getting up there. Well, it's going to be next year now. You did London, Paddington to Penzance full run the other day. I felt a sense of achievement. Yeah, we did that last week. We did Penzance back to Paddington in the class 50. But obviously, nothing will beat Paddington to Penzance in a pacer. That just shows commitment. Or madness. It's a fine line between commitment and madness. No, it was great. It was a really nice journey. If you're watching this on YouTube, that was on YouTube a couple of weeks ago. It's really hard to keep track of when these videos are going out. I'm crazy but committed. This is also true. You did yours in HST. Awesome thing to do it in, though. Speaking of crazy, if you're watching this live, don't forget we're back tonight for some Wreckfest. Yeah. Cheers, Sam. Catch you later. That's why I just find this just really relaxing as a sim. Hi, Lee. So yes, so Wreckfest tonight. Tomorrow then we'll do 3 streams. 1 in the morning, trains. 1 in the afternoon, trains. And 1 in the evening, I don't know what yet. And then Thursday, train will be flight Thursday night, trains in the afternoon, and I might try and fit something in Thursday morning again as well. But I've also got to try and record some YouTube content, and I've got to have the time to be able to do that. Trains, planes and automobiles, yeah. The sky is definitely weird. It's my famous form of transportation. Favourite. Difficult one, that. From a simulation point of view, probably trains. From a personal point of view, cars, probably. Right, 8 miles to Darlington. It's definitely, it's up there. It's the one that I get the overall joy out of. But at the moment, whether it's because of what I've got going on IRL and the fact that I can just put this on and just relax, this is definitely up there for me now. I'm really enjoying doing this, and having a reason to do these routes is really interesting. Enjoying the fact that you guys are enjoying watching it, which is great. But I do like the multiplayer stuff we do in flight. So flight's going to carry on. Back on Thursday night, some flight, and Sunday afternoon, and that will stay. Well, he doesn't join us for every flight now. He'll be joining us less and less now as time goes on. Right, 85 limit. Of course, I slowed down way too early and way too much. Safety first, indeed. I'd rather get there late and alive than not there at all. So we'll creep back up towards the 85, then we got a 95, then back up to a 125, but we've already got 4 miles to go until we get to Darlington. It's the light, it's the skybox.
Yeah.
The sky is just way too bright. I think this scenario, this scenario is slightly broken. Because I've never noticed that before in Train Sim. The sky is getting really ugly. It is. It's almost that I can't look at the sky now. And Pavlin, thanks so much for the follow. Yes. HST in LNER livery. I think it's trying to make it look like the sun is coming out, but they failed it miserably. Yeah. Yeah, the sky is bad. I'll try and not have too much sky in the view for my benefit and your benefit. So flashing double yellows. And 2 miles to go to Darlington, our penultimate stop. Slow it down. I just play it. Alright, so a mile and a bit to go to get to Darlington. And then we're on to our final destination, which is York. Which is where we'll carry on from tomorrow. Yeah, it is. It's just in front of the cloud, it's fine. It's just whenever you've got this bit that isn't cloud, it's just going a bit weird. Right, in we come into Darlington, and I'll explain again to those that have just joined what we're doing. There isn't a lot of clag with this. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen in Pavlin. That's a long distance for a lot of lines to be joined together. We can't even get all the way down the UK because a lot of stuff doesn't... Actually, no, I think we might have found a way now. Yeah, just because a line exists in real life doesn't mean it's been modelled in train sim. Right, into dark... Oh, you can look up now. We're in the station. Nice looking station. This is from Alan Thompson. That's where this came from. The scenario, etc. It was from Alan Thompson's site. Does the game support reshade? Don't think so. A very, very slow approach into Darlington. We'll stop about there. And open the doors. Right, that's also quite a good thumbnail moment, I think. Let's go there. There we go. Done. Right, so we've made it to Darlington. So if you just joined the stream, obviously you watching on YouTube would have seen this several times already. What we did in the previous stream / video, we started at Dundee, and we've done Dundee to Edinburgh. This trip now is Edinburgh down as far as York. In the next stream / video, we're going to try and get from York to Sheffield. Then it will be Sheffield to Derby. And then Derby to Birmingham. Then after that will be Birmingham down to Bristol. Bristol to Plymouth. And probably Plymouth to Penzance. So the aim is to get from Dundee to Penzance. So we'll carry on in each video. So the next stream, if you're watching this live, of trains will be tomorrow morning, and then back tomorrow afternoon with the leg after that. You're watching this on YouTube, they're going out once a week. Do I prefer scenarios with or without scores? Well, with my driving, having them without scores is a huge benefit. What time tomorrow morning? I don't know. I'm thinking about 9 AM. It depends what time I get up. So a little bit of smoke. And a lot of echo. Oh, it's got a bit gloomier. That's better. We like a bit of gloom. We can actually see now. Yeah, I'll confirm in the morning. I'm normally up somewhere between 5 and 6. So I'll post in Discord what the plan is. There's some stuff I got to do IRL around the house. If I can do that before 9 o'clock, I'm sure my neighbours would love me mowing the lawn at 6 o'clock in the morning. On the AP Valenta and VP 185 packs, you can increase clag. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's no haze yet because we've gone to an overcast sky. So it's a texture issue, yeah. So we're fine now. So the final run then, down to York, where we're due in at 8:53. So about 25 minutes left. And then we will end. Shame a lot of trains. No, it depends on the scenario, I suppose. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'll try and link, if I can, I might just link Alan Thompson's site where you can go and get the bits you need for this. If you've got the bits already for the... I'll find out. There may be a few bits involved. It's my favourite train, Pacer. There's just something about it. Especially after spending 8 hours in it going from Paddington to Penzance. Right, 115 limit. Should be fine with that. Thanks, Luke. What's my favourite train that you've seen or been on? HST. Yeah, one of these with slam doors. It's just no experience like it. Oh, train. That sounded quite nice. Right, we don't really want it to get too bright. We want it to stay a bit overcast so we can actually see now. Yeah, the plan this year, as I said, was to go on a Pacer, a HST for one last time, and go to York and try and do it all in the same weekend. Obviously, certain things have happened that have meant I can't do that. What train am I driving today? HST. Oh, damn it. See lots of 185s in York. Don't know if I've done a video with a 185 or driven a 185. Don't even know if I own a 185. It's a thing. The 185s will be replacing the Pacer. Yeah, I think I'm running out of time to be able to get on a Pacer still in service. There's not many of them now. 185's free. We like free. I'll say I don't know what train I'll be driving tomorrow because it depends on the scenario and what's in it. I think we're gone by the summer. Well, I think a couple of heritage lines have got some, so I think they'll still be running on heritage lines somewhere. I'll organise something next year. It's just one of those iconic trains that just be awesome to at least say I've been on a pacer. Yeah, walking down the train to go to the buffet car was always an experience. I remember that as a kid going up to London and be given money by my dad to go and get a packet of crisps or something, and it's just brilliant. Oh, I don't think there will be any yellows because we got nothing in front of us, I don't think. No, back tonight, 6 o'clock. An extended Wreckfest. So, because I'm returning to work next week, in the evenings I will limit them to 2 hours. Going to do an extended Wreckfest tonight. Going to do 3 hours. And so you're going to stream 3 times tomorrow. Yeah, be the same on Thursday because we've got the new bus released for OMSI on Thursday. So do that Thursday morning, trains Thursday afternoon, flight Thursday night. Yeah, this will never go on YouTube. Sorry, that Wreckfest never go on YouTube. Making sure you weren't going mad. If you hear more than 3 voices in your head, then yes, you probably are. Yeah, I think we did. There was a Wreckfest video on YouTube once. But then it got a bit X-rated, as it does at times. Oh, nice Chaos. Yeah, this doesn't look... Now we can see it. It does look really nice inside. I've got used to the engine sound, which is quite nice. There's only 3 voices in your head. Yes, any more than that and you're mad. If another one pops in, that's the sign. What do I do for work? Ballet dancer. There you go. But obviously there's no performances at the moment, so I'm doing this. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Momed, whoever. Thank you much for the follow. Train. I do like the look of that. It's got a nice big nice big wide window at the front. The sky's getting a little bit brighter, but at least we can still see. Tutus and stuff. Exactly. I had to change the name. Day's been good so far. Thank you very much. Very productive so far. I've actually achieved quite a lot today, including being sat here for the last 2.5 hours. Yeah, sky's looking nice now. Oh, I'm doing the speeding thing there as well. Playing Farm Sim. Enjoy. Yeah, at least we got to 125. Yeah, right towards the end. Well, yeah, we got 27 miles. How long have I been doing Bally for? Man and boy. Do you have any faster trains? Yeah, I've got some of the German stuff. The ice, whatever they're called. One of the Japanese ones, I think. It's quite quick. I don't do speed. I prefer slow. You can go for a walk as long as you like. You can go out as many times as you like. I don't know what they're called. I don't know the names. Exactly. It's been like that for a month, isn't it? Alright, 24 miles to go. 24 miles from Tulsa, although we're not in Tulsa. But you can't be friends with people from other households. Don't forget, it's go outside, but don't go outside. Go to work, but don't go to work. Stay at home, but don't stay at home. That's it, pretty much. It's good because I don't know anybody from any other households, so stay home, save the NHS, save lives. Exactly. So, yeah, I've loved it the last 2 months. As a geek, you don't need to give me an excuse to stay indoors and not go out. It's like, yep, I can do that. I think a majority of people watching are. There's a few that aren't. Yeah, I think pubs will be open here next month. He has got a point though, Dylan. Yeah, we're not sure where Chaos is from. Planet Beige. You need my attire out of this. What's the route I'm doing? This one is Edinburgh to York. Oh, it's not the worst. I've had some really good times in around Birmingham and the West Midlands. Yeah, we're approaching our final stop for today, which is York. But we're going to carry on from York tomorrow morning because the aim is to get down to Penzance. And can we do it by Saturday? Yeah, Pino is here. He's gone out for a walk. Again, it's good to see the education system working well. Gets up at 11, does his schoolwork, manages to go out at 1. A nice steady cruise now, 124. What's my favourite station? I haven't got a favourite station. I'm not that much of a train geek. Oh, another train. Imagine how grumpy all these teenagers are going to be having to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning when they go back to school. It's going to be hilarious. Yes, I did watch the video. I'm not keen on any DMU that you've got to look out the little porthole thing. I like having a proper big windscreen. Chaos straight in there with a link. See, is that not an awesome sound? Hear the birds twittering. The Valenta does sound really good, but I love the fact that with this particular train that you hear the engine more inside than outside, and that's one of the things that ticks a big box to me. If you get the engine noise when you're inside the cab, I don't like them when they're too quiet. Like there, you can hear it spooling up. So 12 miles now from York, where our adventure for today, in trains anyway, comes to an end. Yeah, I'm determined to go on a HST. I think that's the running down in Cornwall. That 185 does look really nice. So yeah, no idea what train we're going to be in tomorrow. No idea what the exact route is going to be for tomorrow. Hopefully I'll find out before tomorrow. But yeah, plan is to carry on this journey tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. So tonight, if you're watching this live, back in 3.5 hours time with Wreckfest, extended edition. The 185 sounds awesome from the inside. Oh, we like that then. Oh, speeding. Right, 8 miles to go. At least the sky's improved now. We can now see what we're doing. We can see the sky. So we're due into York 8:53. Our ETA is 8:53. So we're actually going to be reasonably on time. So we've gone through varying states of being able to see. It was pitch black at the beginning. Couldn't see a thing. Then when the sun came up, we couldn't see a thing because the sky was broken. And now we can see. So things have improved towards the end. Really enjoyable journey. Obviously started off in Edinburgh. Then went to Berwick. Down to Newcastle. Darlington. Final stop for today is arriving at York. And for the last time then, if you have just joined, the plan is to get from Dundee, where we started in the previous stream / video, down as far as Penzance in Cornwall. So we've done Dundee to Edinburgh. This journey is Edinburgh to York. Tomorrow then the plan is to see if we can get as far as Derby possibly. Maybe even Birmingham, and then to go Birmingham to Bristol, and then Bristol to Plymouth, Plymouth to Penzance. And if we can do it all by Saturday in various streams, it will be great. Right, 3 miles to go. And a 60 limit. On with the brakes. Brake. You had some good news today. Cool. You won the lottery? You want to go back to work in July? Oh, that is good news. Awesome. So may only be another sort of three weeks off or so. That is cool. Things getting back to normal for all of us then. Hopefully. Well, if things carry on going the way that they are for the country, then there is some hope. Yes, I'm back at work next week. So this Saturday will be the last afternoon stream until next Saturday. There'll only be a second wave if people still don't do what they should be doing. You should be working at home for another 3 weeks at the moment. Yeah, I think I'm going to... My plan... I'm back into the office Monday. But I think my plan then is maybe I'll do 2 days a week in the office. So I'll do Tuesdays and Thursdays in the office, and then do Monday, Wednesday, Friday at home for now. Depends on how many people are in the office and if I can use the bathroom safely and the kitchen area. How can you dance in the office? Well, there's it's not all about the moves. Right, in we come. Into York. And looking rather nice in the early morning sun, it is too. You know my real job. Oh, that's cool. Converging. So that's a separate platform there, and we come in halfway down. That journey went quick. That journey did go really quick. Train sim always does. I don't know where the time goes. I was planning to do another really long journey as well. We'll see. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. Could even just have a train sim day tomorrow. You get a little bit of stuff. Actually, you get a few routes, so it's certainly worth the money. You do end up having to pay for some lines. There's a lot of free scenarios. There's a lot of stuff out there that will extend the experience of the lines you've got. But yeah, as a standard stock thing, there's a lot of gameplay. A lot of hours in this. Oh god, more than 20 hours. Jesus. What have I got in this? Not as many as I thought, actually. 214 hours. No AI at York. So there we go. That journey for today, anyway, is over. So we will carry on. How many DLCs? Oh god, I've lost count. Amazing work, driver. You've been relieved by the final driver of his service. Scenario complete by CrankyBot. You got about 400 hours in this. Yeah, Larwood's amount of hours, I think, in Train Sim is slightly scary if he's still watching. So there we go. Yeah, I only ever used to play this when I recorded stuff for YouTube, and that went off the channel for a while because it wasn't very well received on YouTube. So I stopped doing Train Sim. But I've now come back to it, made it a regular thing, so it's getting views again. On Twitch, it's been really popular, which is one of the reasons why not only am I loving it, it's the fact that you guys are enjoying it means that I enjoy it. So which is why I'm going to carry on. When's the next stream? In 3 hours and 24 minutes time. Back with some Wreckfest, extended Wreckfest tonight. 3 hours of Wreckfest this evening, and then back tomorrow. In the morning we'll carry on with this. In the afternoon we'll carry on with this, and tomorrow night, well, you never know. I just want to get to Penzance now. I really want to get this journey completed before I go back to work next week. So we've got to get it done by Saturday. We'll see what tomorrow brings. So then, a huge thanks to Mohamed for following, Pavlin for following, Pollop for following, for Lee for following, for Seta and Finley for following, for Michael for following, for Claver Panda for following. Thank you very much. For you guys for chatting, thank you very much. Yes, back if you're watching live at 6 p.m. for extended Wreckfest. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Do check out my other content, which is OMSI on a Monday, Fernbus on a Friday. This goes out every Wednesday. Every other Saturday is Flight. The opposite Saturday is Tourist Bus, with some stuff chucked in on random Sunday as well. So plenty of content from me. Do hit that subscribe button. Also check out a Discord server, which will be linked below as well. For you guys watching live and for you watching on YouTube, until the next time, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching.